Hey guys, it's your girl T, and I want to go ahead and shout out Jarvis Green. Jarvis and several people sent me this story over the weekend about GOP advocate Elizabeth Lauten, and basically this blonde bimbo decided to take a shot at Sasha and Mailia. For the Thanksgiving week, President Obama decided to pardon the two turkeys, mac and cheese, and Sasha and Mailia kind of looked like they were kind of over it, but then in other scenes they looked like they were smiling. She decides to take to social media and basically vent her frustrations and basically say that Sasha and Mailia are disrespectful and that they need to be appreciative of being in the White House and that they're role models and all this other bullshit. I'm going to go ahead and post you guys what Elizabeth wrote about Sasha and Mailia. I'm also going to show you some comments that people on Twitter had for the GOP advocate. So go ahead and check this out and I'll come back with the rest of my commentary. So you guys just seen the tweets and the comments. You know, this whole situation is ridiculous. So once this came out, folks started going off on her, and she eventually resigned as of yesterday. She decided to resign her position. Also crazy is that Jarvis sent me a story where somebody was able to find an old picture of Elizabeth from 2000. I guess back in 2000, this bitch was 17. I'm like, well, damn. She looks old as hell. I would have never guessed that she was in her early 30s. She looks like she's in her late 40s. So, whatever, honey. Anyways, in this picture, she looks like a hood rat in a chicken head. She's getting drunk. So my thing is, it's funny that she can go in on Sasha and Mailia for what they're wearing, but yet and still you got bottles shoved in your mouth like a dick. You know, this whole situation to me is a mess. So Jarvis wanted to know my opinion, and in my opinion, I feel like no matter what these little girls do, they're always going to be under some type of scrutiny because of who their parents are. Let's not forget this past July, Michelle Obama took them to the Jay-Z On the Run tour, and a lot of folks were upset. A lot of folks were appalled. They're saying that they're way too young, especially Sasha. What kind of role model is Michelle Obama for her daughters? Why would she take her daughters to a rap concert? But at the end of the day, these are her kids. Okay, so if that's how she runs her household, that's Michelle Obama's business. From everything I've seen, these girls are beautiful, they're well dressed, they're well mannered. You don't hear about them out there wilding out, acting crazy. You know, I recall the Bush twins getting drunk at 19, you know what I'm saying, before they were able to legally drink. You know, so I just think it's crazy that this woman has so much to say. You should never write an open letter to a child. It's obvious this bitch is just bitter and angry, and she's mad, and she couldn't find anything wrong with these girls besides the fact that they're not smiling. And I find it funny that, you know, that she would even think that this is okay. I mean, how would people feel if somebody decided to write, "Dear Chelsea, your mom's an idiot and your dad's a hoe"? You know what I'm saying? It's like, why are people blaming Sasha and Mailia? If you don't like Obama, that's your business, but you don't involve children. You don't drag them into anything. I find funny is that I don't recall this bitch writing an open letter to Sarah Palin and her daughter Bristol Palin, who we all know was a teenage mom. You know what I'm saying? Where was her open letter about Sarah Palin not being a good mom and her teenager getting pregnant and all that shit? She didn't write an open letter, but it's funny that she had no problem chastising a 12 and a 16-year-old. Since when are 12-year-olds meant to be role models? A 12-year-old is not meant to be a role model for other 12-year-olds. A 12-year-old is meant to be a kid. A 16-year-old is not even meant to be a role model for other kids. They're meant to be kids at the end of the day. I don't see them out here stripping. I don't see them taking half-naked selfies. I see them just trying to be kids and just trying to grow up under the public eye. And I just think what this lady did and what she wrote was disgusting. And I'm glad that the internet drug her, and I'm glad that she ended up resigning from her position. It shows how much of a punk she is when she can't even stand by her statement. That's why I can't stand a lot of adults. It seems like once a lot of adults get into their 30s, somehow they become deacons and maharajis and pastors, and they want to tell people what to do and how to live their life, and they forget forget what it was to be a young person. And I think that's why I'm able to resonate and you know, get along with so many young people, and I have so many young subscribers, because no matter how old you get, you have to be able to put yourself in the mind frame and in the body of a teenager. You know what I'm saying? When I was 16 years old, I was going to concerts. When I was 16 years old, I was wearing short skirts like Mailia. So I mean, like, what the fuck? I don't understand why people are going in on her clothes. You got 16-year-olds out here who wear less than that. You know, and I think that's the problem, is too many folks forget what it is to be young. The whole situation was just uncalled for and unwarranted. I'm sure Sasha and Mailia aren't tripping over it. I'm sure they don't brush their shoulders off. They don't care. They're living a life of privilege and they're doing them. But it's just sad that whatever these girls do and whatever these parents decide to do for them, it's always under some type of scrutiny. At the end of the day, these are Michelle and Obama's kids. Make sure that you're raising your kids to the best of your ability and stop worrying about what the Obamas are doing in their household. So anyways, go ahead and leave a comment. Let me know your thoughts on this entire situation. How do you feel about what this GOP chickenhead Elizabeth Lauten had to say about Sasha and Mailia? And then how do you feel about her being a punk and resigning after everybody drug her on social media? And then how do you feel about Sasha and Mailia being under scrutiny all the time? Because like I said, back in July, a lot of folks drug them for being at the Jay-Z and Beyonce concert. So go ahead and leave a comment. Let me know your thoughts. All right. Deuce.